Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for tonight's coverage of the Thunderstruck Legends Series. Tonight, these legends will be taking on the Iowa Speedway Infield Oval for 75 laps of racing action. I'm your announcer for tonight, Atlee @ManWeast, and I'm excited to call every second of tonight's Hawkeye 20. Now, there's not many times I will say this before a broadcast, but I'm really thinking it tonight. I have no literal idea what to expect. This is the first time I've ever announced a race here at this track. This is the first time that this series, in whatever car, this is the first time that any car in this series has ever raced at this track. This is a first time for a lot of the drivers I've been seeing. So I think most drivers don't really know how to go about this track. And I've been seeing a lot of drivers struggling in practice, trying to get this track figured out. This is going to be interesting. I have no idea who's going to be up there trying to win it. I have no idea what's going to be the way to get the win. This is just going to be something to just sit back, watch, and just experience it. Because this is going to be interesting. Now, last week we were at a little bit more of a normal track, the Las Vegas Bull Ring, where we saw Daniel Pope grab his second win of the season. He led all 75 laps of that race, dominating performance by him after starting on the pole. Finishing second, not to be outdone, that was Eric Tracy. Finishing third was Josh Oswald. Fourth was Tyler Ricing, and rounding at your top five, that was that 98 car of Sam Wettstein. So after the events of last week at the Bull Ring and heading into tonight's race here at Iowa, here is your point standings. So we see right now Daniel Pope leads the standings. He's grabbed 2 wins this season, but his lead is extremely short. He only has a 3-point lead over second place Eric Tracy. So if Pope has kind of a rough race, then Eric Tracy could capitalize on that and grab the point standings lead. We see Tyler Rice, he sits third. Fourth in the standings is Sam Wettstein, and rounding at your top 5, that is Josh Oswald. Again, like I mentioned, most drivers have probably never raced here before, but the driver we're seeing so far who is the fastest at Iowa, that's Eric Tracy. He ran a 13.25. That will put him 200ths ahead of second place Daniel Pope. Right now in third, that's Rick Rube. Fourth is Josh Oswald. And rounding out your top 5, that is Terry Bates. So looks like we've got a few drivers that are starting to figure out the track. I mean, whoever wins this race is going to be who can be the most consistent and hit their marks the most at this track. I noticed a few drivers taking advantage of the fact that there's no wall, nothing on the inside of the track. So in 3 and 4, you can put those left side tires on the apron a little bit, and it's not going to hurt you. Like, say, we saw some drivers getting loose, touching that grass at Charlotte. There's no way to get loose. You can take advantage of that apron. I'm not sure if you can get all 4 tires on that apron. You maybe could get a cutting the track penalty. But I believe you can get just those left side tires, and you can get down a little bit lower. Looks to me like there's only one groove here, so it's going to be extremely hard to pass. Like I mentioned, I have no idea what to expect in this race. I'm just along for the ride, and I'm ready to see what is going to happen. This is going to be a fun one. So you're not going to want to miss anything. Qualifying coming up here. Drivers, we're going to see who has the best pure speed at this racetrack. Drivers will get 2 laps to try to set their best possible lap time. There's Eric Tracy, your leader in practice, heading out onto the track. And let's watch. Let's watch this qualifying run here. So there's not really a start-finish line. Go through 3 and 4. So there you can see the Legends Oval there. See, getting down onto the apron a little bit there. Look at that. Only a quarter of a mile long. There's going to be not a lot of room for error. And there you go. That is a look around this Infield Legends Oval. Really interesting track, and we see Eric Tracy is able to go to the top of the board with a 13.33. Second is Josh Oswald. He runs a 13.50, putting him about 0.2 off of Tracy. Looks like Josh improves on his second lap, but not as much as Daniel Pope, who was able to get to second with a 13.33 as well. So him and Tracy run an identical lap time to the 100th of a second. It's going to come down to the 1,000th or 10,000th of a second to determine who will get that spot, and looks like iRacing will give the position to Tracy. So now Josh Oswald, he sits in third with a 13.47, and that will put Oswald a 10th off of Eric Tracy. Everybody has qualified here at Iowa. And looks like Eric Tracy is going to grab the pole after starting second last week at the Bull Ring. So it seems like right now, your top 5 pretty much, maybe the top 3 are kind of your drivers that are going to really be in contention, seem to have kind of figured out this track. I want to give a big shout out to the series sponsor, Jeff by Junior Art. And for those of you who do not know what Jeff by Junior Art is, Jeff by Junior Art is your one-stop shop for all your motorsports art needs. He does everything from logo designs to iRacing wrap designs, as well as event posters and racing t-shirt designs. If you're interested in getting any of that stuff made, go check out his Facebook page at Jeff by Junior Art. I have put the link to his Facebook page in the description, so you can go check it out. Again, thank you so much to Jeff by Junior Art for sponsoring the Legend Series. So very, very small track here at Iowa. We saw there during the qualifying run, not a lot of room for error. We see there's not really a start-finish line. You're literally running on the parts of the road course. And you just want to hug that outside and arc your corner so you can have a good exit. That's going to be the key. Whoever can get into the gas sooner. Intensity Broadcasting is proud to be partnered with Butt Kicker. And for those of you who don't know what Butt Kicker is, let me tell you a little bit about them. Butt Kicker is the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. The award-winning line of Butt Kicker products lets users feel ultra low-frequency sounds. Their products are used and endorsed around the world by leading PC and console gamers, including professional sim racers. The patented design makes them incredibly accurate, powerful, and virtually indestructible. The Gamer Plus is the new and upgraded sim racing and gaming hardware that reproduces immersive, accurate, and powerful sim racing, flight sim, and gaming effects. To check out the full line of Butt Kicker products and figure out which one is right for you, visit thebuttkicker.com. Again, thebuttkicker.com is the website belonging to the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. So thank you so much to the Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. And if you are an iRacer, definitely consider checking them out and grabbing one of their products. It really enhances the iRacing experience. It makes the iRacing experience very, very accurate. I always make sure to use mine whenever I am on the sim, and it just makes for a phenomenal experience. You can feel every little thing. You can feel rumble strips. You can feel, when you're changing gears. You can feel it all. It feels like you are in a real race car. So definitely consider picking up a Butt Kicker today. We're going to have another 1-minute warm-up just to let these drivers get everything shaken down, and then we will get set for our 75-lap feature event. And looks like after this warm-up, unless anything changes, Rick Rube is going to be on the top of the board. I would say Rick is my dark horse pick to win tonight's event. We've seen Tracy and Pope. They were the fastest in practice, fastest in qualifying, but I've seen a lot of speed from Rick Rube, and he's really seemed to learn the track very quickly. So I say watch out for him throughout this race. He'll be starting in that 6th place position. All right, let's take a look at the starting lineup. Starting on the pole with a scorching hot lap time of 13.325. That is the 66 machine of Eric Tracy. Outside of him, that's Daniel Pope in the 16, last week's winner. In third, that's that 17 Velocity Motorsports driver of Josh Oswald. Fourth is Big Fish Motorsports Logan Sturgeon in the 26. And rounding out your top 5, that is the 03 of Jason Lottridge. 6th is Rick Rube in the 81. 7th is that 2 of Terry Bates. Right now in 8th, that's Reaper Racing's William Griffith in the 12. 9th is Dark Horse Motorsports' Mike Veith. And rounding out your top 10, that's Dark Horse Motorsports' Alex Veith in the 51. And last but most certainly not least, driver for Velocity Motorsports in the 98, that is Sam Wetstein. So there you have it. We've got an 11-car field, but only one will win this race. Who will it be? Here's a quick look at our track facts. 73 degrees Fahrenheit, 14% humidity, overcast, 8 miles per hour wind speed. The track is actually 0.19 miles in length, and we are in Newton, Iowa. Here we go. Pace car makes that right turn onto pit road. And green flag is out here at Iowa. The Hawkeye 20 is underway. We see Eric Tracy leads the field into 1 and 2. Him and Daniel Pope side by side into the backstretch. Pope into the back bumper of Tracy, sending him around. And the first caution flag of the race will come out here at Iowa. We're going to take a look at the wreckage replay to see exactly what happened there. We were not able to complete a lap before the caution came out. Here's a look at what happened. So this is heading off of 2 onto the backstretch. Pope will turn down and get to the back bumper of the 66. And looks like he just gets into him heading into 3 and 4. He might not have hit him square. That might be another reason why he went around. But he gave him a pretty hard shove. I don't know if he meant to or he was just trying to move him and he moved him maybe a little bit too much. But definitely not what either of those drivers wanted after those two started 1-2. Tracy is in the back because, he was involved in the incident, while even though Daniel Pope was able to make it through race control just because he was the cause of the caution, looks like they sent him to the rear. So with those two going to the back, this will give Josh Oswald the lead here at Iowa. Oswald searching for his first win of the season, and this would be a great track to grab the win at, because as you can see, it takes a lot of skill to get up front, really hard track, and Josh Oswald has shown that he's been able to pick it up very quickly. And I'm telling you, watch out for your 4th place driver, Rick Rube. He's shown speed all throughout practice and qualifying. We see that pace car is on to pit road. Coming to the green. And green flag is back out here at Iowa. Great restart for Logan Sturgeon, and he is able to get clear over Josh Oswald. Onto the backstretch, though. Oswald looking underneath him. They are side by side through 3 and 4, and Oswald is able to get back to that third place position. Lottridge falling behind the 17. He is side by side with Sturgeon heading through turns 1 and 2, and he is able to get clear. So now Logan Sturgeon, the fight, he's side by side for third, and Rick Rube is able to get under him. Logan Sturgeon gets loose on the front stretch. He goes around into that little infield area, and no caution will come out. No harm, no foul. Oh, there we go. Now the caution flag is out. Let's see what happened here. And looks like the Logan Sturgeon incident was not the cause of the caution. All right, let's see what happened here. Looks like Sam Wetstein was involved in this incident here. All right. Here's a look at what happened. So we are 3 wide between Pope, Tracy, and Wetstein. Wetstein sends it into 3 and 4, making it almost 3 wide, pretty much 3 wide with Veith and Veith. And ooh. Looks like they were making it work. And then Tracy looks to come down the track a little bit into the 98. And this makes contact with the 9 and the 98, sending them both around. I don't know if maybe Tracy thought he had more room than he did. We see Pope getting involved in this incident. Sam Wetstein, looks like his left front fender popped in and out there. So he's got some damage. It looks like Wetstein not happy about that. Looks like he gets into the 66. I don't know if it was intentional or he pushed up there, and that sends both of them around, and that officially brings out the caution. All right, pace car making that right turn onto pit road. We're coming back to green. And oh, we saw Lottridge, Oswald get into it there. Green flag is back out here at Iowa. There's Oswald up to the gears into 1 and 2. And oh, contact is made. Lottridge, Rube. Lottridge goes around, and the caution flag is out here at Iowa. Third caution of the race. And we were not able to complete a lap after that restart. So here is a look at what happened. So coming to the restart. Lottridge restarting on that outside. He's got Josh Oswald below him, behind him. That's William Griffith. And looks like Lottridge doesn't really get the restart he wanted. Oswald got a good jump. And so looks like Lottridge tries to tuck in line behind the 17. Oh! Looks like Rick Rube, he just drives it in there, heading into 3 and 4. I don't know if maybe Lottridge checked up or just Rick Rube just really sent it there, but that sends Lottridge around. That sends Griffith around. So this has been all about survival so far, and Josh Oswald, he's been able to do that pretty well. After the front two got into it, he assumed the lead and has held on to it ever since, but he's got a hard-charging Alex Veith and Terry Bates behind him. Those two are your two biggest movers of the race. Veith started in 10th. He's worked his way up to 2nd. Bates started in 7th, and he's worked his way up to 3rd. This track is really weird because where you think the front stretch would be is not where the front stretch is. I thought that the front stretch was where the back stretch was, and 1 and 2 was where 3 and 4 is. Interesting track. We've seen some hard racing so far. Pace car is in. Green flag is back out here at Iowa. Big jump for Josh Oswald. He leads the field into 1 and 2. Veith trying to get clear over Logan Sturgeon. He is able to, so now it's side by side for 3rd. Bates, Sturgeon. Looks like Bates has got a big run off of turn number 4, but Sturgeon, he is holding his own on the outside. And there we go. Terry Bates is able to get clear now. Bates trying to get by Alex Veith for that 2nd place position. Looks like Alex Veith pushing up off of 4 there. That'll allow Terry Bates to have a good run underneath him. They are side by side heading into 1 and 2. Bates to his door. They are pretty much equal on the backstretch. Keeping it off each other pretty well. And Bates is able to get... Oh, Bates is around off of 4. But looks like Veith helped him when he made contact with him when he went around. It kind of got the car back going straight, so no caution flag will come out. But unfortunate for Terry Bates, we see another car is sideways, and that will bring out the caution here at Iowa. 4th caution of the race. I believe that was our longest green flag run of the night. But looks like the caution will come out. All right, let's take a look at what happened. We're watching William Griffith. He's running side by side with Jason Lottridge behind them. That is Eric Tracy. And looks like just running on that outside when he was making that final cut off of turn number 4. The car just comes out from under him. And he just gets loose. Looks like Eric Tracy is able to avoid hitting him. So it is just a single car spin. But still, it will bring out the caution. We are 25 plus laps through this thing. 28 to be exact. And right now your top 3 is Josh Oswald, Alex Veith, and Logan Sturgeon. Lights on the pace car are out. We are getting ready to go back green here. Josh Oswald restarting on the bottom, Veith on the top. Behind them, it's Logan Sturgeon. And watch out, because your Daniel Pope, one of the fastest cars on track, he is back into the top 5 after having to restart in the back earlier in this race, having to work his way back up. And we see Eric Tracy is in 6th there. Watch out for those two. Green flag back out here at Iowa. There's Oswald taking off, leading the field. And contact! Sturgeon, Veith getting into it. Both of them able to save it. Wow, what a save for both of them. They remain side by side, heading through 3 and 4 and on to the front stretch. Logan with the nose as they cross the start-finish line and into 1 and 2. And Pope able to get under Alex Veith as well. So Sturgeon in second, side by side for third, Pope Veith. And Pope is able to get by Alex Veith. He now sets his sights on your second place driver, Logan Sturgeon. Elsewhere, we've got a tight battle. Eric Tracy, Jason Lottridge side by side for fourth. Lottridge with the advantage on that bottom lane. And looks like Pope is underneath Sturgeon. He is clear. Daniel Pope to second place where he started this race. He will now set his sights on your leader, Josh Oswald. He's got one more car he needs to pass to get to the lead. And we've got another caution flag out here at Iowa. Fifth caution of the race. That will tie how many cautions we had last week at the bull ring. Let's see what happened. I'll tell you what, after this race, there's most likely not going to be a driver without a bump, bruise, or any other battle scars. So we're watching Jason Lottridge. He's got Eric Tracy to his outside. Ooh. So Tracy was he was staying down on him as much as he could, really trying to not give him any room. And we saw Lottridge, he had those left side tires on that white line, but it actually looks like because Lottridge had such a low entry and he's running so low in that corner, it causes the car to kind of go out a little bit. And because Tracy is kind of like right up on him, he pushes up into Tracy, and this sends Lottridge around. Looks like no other drivers make contact, though. All right, lights are out on the pace car. We're coming to the green flag. Josh Oswald restarting on the bottom. And watch out, Daniel Pope restarting on the top. And green flag is back out here at Iowa. Great restart for Logan Sturgeon. He tries to get it underneath Daniel Pope for second. And he is to his... Nope, he's not. Pope... Oh, nope, he is to his rear quarter panel. He's to his door. They're side by side on the front stretch, but Pope has got a great run on the front stretch, and he is able to get it clear over Logan Sturgeon. Now, here comes Eric Tracy on the high side, trying to get by Logan Sturgeon, and Pope is trying to get by Josh Oswald for first. He is right on Oswald's back bumper. He is within striking distance. He's just got to wait for the right opportunity to make a move, and he's got to try to decide how he's going to try to make the move. It may take a little bit to set up this pass just because it is so hard to pass here at Iowa just because there's only one groove on this tiny, tiny oval. And then right behind them, we see that's Logan Sturgeon. I will say this, look at that. Eric Tracy at lap number 43. He just ran the fastest lap time of the race among any driver. That 66 is very, very quick right now. He was your pole sitter. And as I say that, we see another fastest lap time. William Griffith bests Tracy's lap time with a 13.49. And oh, we see Tracy getting into the back bumper. And Pope is underneath Oswald for the lead, side by side. And Daniel Pope is able to get clear over Oswald. He is to the lead. And oh, Tracy now trying to get by Logan Sturgeon. He looks to his outside. He's got Griffith and Rick Rube right behind him, mounting some pressure. Tracy giving Sturgeon the bumper, trying to get him out of his way. Trying to use that chrome horn to his advantage. And we won't get to see that during this green flag run because we have another caution. And looks like it's Thunderstruck's favorite father-son duo, Alex Veith, Mike Veith, getting involved in this incident. Let's see what happened. So we are watching Alex Veith heading into turns 3 and 4. He's got the 2 of Terry Bates in front of him. And, ooh, looks like Alex Veith gets a little bit too high on the front stretch, getting into that grass there, and that is going to cause the right side tires to lose traction when he goes to make that cut into turn number 1. He just ends up breaking the car loose. That sends him around. Looks like it's just a single car spin here. Still, we have all 11 cars on the lead lap with 25 laps to go. It's still anybody's race. Lights are out on the pace car. Daniel Pope restarting on the bottom. Josh Oswald restarting on the top. Behind them, it's Logan Sturgeon and Eric Tracy. And green flag is back out here at Iowa. There's Pope up to the gears into 1 and 2. Sturgeon able to get underneath Josh Oswald for second, and Sturgeon will have the nose heading off of turn number 2. He's got a great run on the backstretch, trying to close the door, and he is able to. Logan Sturgeon to second now. William Griffith trying to get underneath the 17, but to no avail, so Oswald will tuck in line into that third place position, and he will try to get back by Logan Sturgeon. Behind them, it's William Griffith trying to get up there to Oswald for third. He's got Eric Tracy breathing down his neck. Logan Sturgeon trying his best to reel in Daniel Pope for this first place position. Both drivers last time by ran personal bests. Right now, keep your eye out on Eric Tracy. He's trying to get by William Griffith for that first place position. We know Tracy not afraid to use that chrome horn, and he may very well use it to get by William Griffith here. The door's open. We see Griffith kind of getting loose off of 2, or excuse me, off of 4, and that will open the door for Tracy to get under him. He's able to get clear into 4th. Third place driver Josh Oswald just ran the fastest lap time of the race with a 13.47. It's not over yet for Josh Oswald. He still has a fast legend car that could get up to the lead. And he is coming up closer and closer and closer to the back bumper of Logan Sturgeon. Looking high, looking low, trying to set up the pass, which, like I mentioned, it's so hard to pass here at Iowa, so you got to be really careful on how you set up that pass. And looks like Oswald actually taking it to the outside, and he's able to get by Logan Sturgeon that way. What a move by Josh Oswald. Gets by Sturgeon on the outside. I mean, I guess if you're faster than him, you can do that. Now Eric Tracy trying to get by Logan Sturgeon. And he is also taking it to the outside of that 26. The two get into each other in 1 and 2. That sends both of them around. And the caution flag will come out. We are going to take at the wreckage replay to see exactly what happened. And looks actually last time by, before that incident happened, Tracy ran his best lap time of the race. Or the fastest lap time of the race among any driver. Let's take a look at what happened. We are watching Eric Tracy. Sorry, we're watching Logan Sturgeon. It looks like heading off of 4, Sturgeon getting a little bit loose. Almost loses the car off of 4. This will cost him some serious momentum and expose the outside. Eric Tracy goes up there. We see Sturgeon going up the track a little bit, just to have a little bit of arc in his corner. And looks like Eric Tracy, I don't know if he realized that he had the 26 underneath him, but he just comes completely down into that 26, which sends both of them around. I don't know, his spotter might not have said, you got somebody underneath you. I don't know if he maybe thought Sturgeon was going to back out there or check up there, but ultimately both of them will lose some valuable positions. And we will have our 7th caution come out. We're going to have a really short shootout to decide this thing. And still, every single driver is on the lead lap. Every single driver still has a chance to win this race, but it's looking pretty good for Daniel Pope, as ever since assuming the lead from Josh Oswald, he has been able to stay out front. Pace car is in. We're going to have an 8-lap shootout. And green flag is back out here at Iowa. There's Pope leading the field into 1 and 2. Griffith sends us all the way down onto the apron in 1 and 2, and that will get him underneath Oswald. Those two side by side heading into turns 3 and 4. Oswald with a little bit of a nose on the back stretch, and he is able to have a great run on the front stretch, which will help him get clear over William Griffith. We've really been able to see that whoever has good front stretch speed is going to be the fastest, and a lot of that front stretch speed comes from getting into the gas as early as possible, heading off that corner, and it seems like Josh Oswald is able to do that really, really well. Of course, Daniel Pope is able to do that the best out of anybody in the field right now, and we will have a caution come out, which I believe will lead us into a green-white checkered. Let's see here what brought out that caution. So here's Logan Sturgeon. We know he's trying to work his way up through the field after getting involved in that last incident. And he is up on the back bumper of the 98 of Sam Wetstein, and actually gives in a very... Oh, and that had nothing to do with the caution. Really good bump and run. Textbook bump and run there by Logan Sturgeon, by the way, but that's not our focus. Watching Jason Latridge, he's side by side with a hard-charging Eric Tracy. Tracy's all the way down on that apron there, has both left side tires. It looks like he is able to get by the 03. And looks like as Latridge makes that cut to get off the corner, the car just breaks loose. And that sends him around right in front of Rick Rube. See, Rube plows into him. Unfortunate for both of them. But that will lead us into a green-white checker to decide this thing. And I believe all patience has run out for drivers like Josh Oswald, William Griffith, Terry Bates, Eric Tracy. They're going to do everything in their power during this green-white checkered to get up there to the front. If that means using the bumper, they're going to use that bumper. If that means driving it all the way down onto that apron, they're going to drive it all the way down onto that apron. This is going to be wild, folks. Pace car making that right turn onto pit road. Coming to the green. And green flag is back out here. Great restart for Josh Oswald. He's side by side with Pope through 1 and 2, but a great run off the corner for Daniel Pope, and he is able to get clear over Josh Oswald. Here's Eric Tracy underneath William Griffith for third, and oh no! Tracy into the grass. The final lap is out. There will be no caution, and looks like Daniel Pope has the lead. Josh Oswald's going to try to give it everything he's got, but no. Daniel Pope will win this race. Josh Oswald finishes second. William Griffith will take third. And it is just a demolition derby on the backstretch. I want to watch what happened here between Griffith and Tracy. This was the battle for third. Tracy, looks like the 12 kind of pushes up on entry, and that looks open the door for Tracy. But looks like just because he had such a low entry, it causes the car to push up a little bit. And then we see maybe the 12's left front kind of turns down a little bit. But, I mean, the 66 and the 12, they were just so tight on each other. All right, it is now time for driver interviews. Starting off, we are going to pull in your 12th place finisher, William Griffith. Hey, William, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey, I got you, Atlee.
Awesome. Well, great run here at Iowa. I know it was a roller coaster race for you. Showed a lot of speed all race long, and you were there in the end. We saw a little incident happen on that last green-white checkered, but still you're able to make it through it and get that third place position. So just kind of walk us through the ups and downs of this race here at Iowa.
Really, it was really chattery coming out of the corners, and it was really easy to get the car unsettled and cause mayhem or just kind of really ruin your own race. But minus all the cautions. I mean, it's cautions. We all knew it was going to happen. It just kind of worked out in my favor. I hate that I got into Eric there at the end. Cause we just kind of met in the middle there, coming out of 4.
I got you. Now, I know this is the first ever race ever here at the Iowa Legends Oval. I mean, what did you think of the track, and would you race here again?
Yeah, I like this track. It kept everyone really close, and you could kind of make the outside work, lap or two. But it was a good race. I like it. I hope we run this one again.
Now, before we let you go, William, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Shout out to Velocity and Josh for putting on this awesome league and these races, and like I said earlier in the season, just him coming up and deciding to do this. It was a good deal. So that is it for my sponsor. Thanks.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the podium tonight, William, and have a great rest of your night.
Yeah, thanks, Atlee.
All right, let's now pull in your second place finisher, by the way, that was William Griffith, your third place finisher from Pelham, Alabama. Now let's pull in your second place finisher from Laurie Station, Pennsylvania. Let's pull in Josh the Jet Oswald. Josh, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you. How are you tonight?
Doing pretty good up in the broadcast booth. I was really entertained all throughout tonight's event here at Iowa, and you had a great race yourself. You were able to keep it clean throughout this race, which a lot of other drivers can't say the same, but I mean, you had a really fast legend car all throughout the race, and you led some laps, but unfortunately, late in that race, looks Daniel Pope got the best of you. I mean, what do you think you maybe could have done differently to change the result?
Maybe been a little bit faster in the center. That's where he got to me, was able to give me just the smallest wiggle off the corner. I mean, he did it clean. He did it short track clean. So, I mean, he didn't bulldoze me. He just wiggled me up the track a little bit, got me a little loose, did what he needed to do. It's not the first time I finished second to Daniel Pope. Probably won't be the last time, but overall, starting to put it together with these legend cars a little bit better. So I'm happy with it.
Now, I know Griffith mentioned in his interview, and I know that you could kind of see it. Some drivers were running that outside when trying to make passes, and were you ever able to make that work?
Only once or twice. I mean, the outside really just seemed to me to just not get the drive off the corner. I mean, for me anyway, I wanted to step on the throttle too early in the outside, and in practice, I ended up spinning out a lot doing it. So I tried to just keep it on the bottom. I was able to get around, I think, Logan around on the outside and battle with Griff there. When I restarted second, he was peeking in there trying to take second. I was able to battle back on the high side. So overall, not too bad.
Now, before we let you go, Josh, is there any sponsors or shout-outs?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank you for taking care of the broadcast. Everybody at Thunderstruck, Superior Performance Motorsports, Velocity Motorsports, Big Frig Coolers, and friends and family that watch at home.
Awesome. Well, again, congrats on the runner-up tonight, Josh. Have a great rest of your night.
Absolutely. Thank you, man. You too.
Thank you. And now, let's pull in your Now let's pull in your first place finisher. That is Daniel Pope. Daniel, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
I get you.
Well, another great run here in this Legends Series, this time coming at the Iowa Speedway Infield Legends Oval, a track that I know majority of the drivers had not raced at until tonight. But you had a great car. It started in second, but it was a roller coaster race. We saw at one point you were in the rear of the field after getting involved in an incident, but you were able to make quick work, working your way up to the field, and you were able to get to that first place position and grab your third place position. So what did you think of this track, and what was your key to this win?
Well, I never run the track. The track's pretty cool. I really liked it. I felt like it was very racy. I got sorry to Eric. I messed up on lap 1, turn 3, and launched him out to the big track, and I felt really bad because it put him in a bad place for the rest of the race, and he wasn't able to recover as good as I was because of the way we lined up and getting in bad lines and stuff. I was just honestly fortunate to get in good restart lines and kind of have everything fall my way towards the end. That's the only way I got back up there.
So, wow. So, yeah, that's what I thought. Your first race here ever at this track. I mean, what was the key to being successful here?
I just trying to lift early and roll. The track's really flat, doesn't have any banking to catch you, so overdriving the corner just moves you up the racetrack. And I've seen a lot of guys struggling with that, just overrolling entry. And the softer you could get in the corner and the more momentum you could carry on exit, just paid up in lap times.
Now, before we let you go, Daniel, is there any sponsors or shout-outs you'd like to thank for your win?
Yeah, the guys, SPM, the league, Josh, everything. Jason Warren for being the best cheerleader ever. And once again, Eric, he's my teammate, and I feel bad I put him in a bad spot all night. But, that'll happen in big-time legend racing.
For sure. Well, again, congratulations on grabbing your third win of the season, and have a great rest of your night.
You too, man.
Thank you. Well, that will do it for tonight's event. One more time, congratulations to Daniel Pope on his third win of the season, and I'll actually put the race results up there for you while I do the outro But I want to give a big shout out to all of the league admins. Daniel Pope, Josh Oswald, Sam Wetstein, Aaron Ward, Jason Warren, Michael Swink, Shannon Wilder. Thank you to all of them for all that they do for this league. Without them, this league would not run as smoothly as it does. And I want to give a big thank you to series sponsor Jeff by Junior Art for sponsoring this series. Make sure to go check out his Facebook page for all of your motorsports art needs. And also a big thank you to the Butt Kicker for partnering with Intensity Broadcasting. Make sure to go check them out online and pick up some Butt Kicker products. They are the established and trusted leader in gaming haptics. Their website is thebuttkicker.com. And I want to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in to watch tonight. Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as that would be greatly appreciated. We're trying to reach our goals of 2,500 followers on Facebook, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and 1,000 followers on Twitch. Make sure to check out our Twitter, Intensity Broad 1. We're always dropping polls and interacting with our viewers on there. And make sure to visit our web store, Intensity Broad 1. There you can find items from your favorite broadcaster, your favorite drivers, and all your favorite leagues. Make sure we've got all of our Intensity Broadcasting merchandise on there. We have all of the At Luis Racing merchandise, some cool auto racing novelty items. We have our driver collections, our lifestyle collections, our team collections, and our league collections. Especially make sure to check out the Thunderstruck section of the league collections and pick up a Thunderstruck t-shirt. We've got 2 different designs from choose from, and those designs come in a bunch of different snazzy colors and sizes small to 5XL. I'm Atman Unleashed on behalf. I will say this. Make sure to turn on that notification bell, because next week in the Legends series, we are going to be at Lanier Speedway for some more great short track Legends racing. You are not going to want to miss that. So turn on that notification bell so you do not miss a second of the Legend car action. I'm Atman Unleashed on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Over and out.